Vincent, Hardly Swears is having only his fourth run of the season. Quite a fresh horse for this time of the year, and his form so far this season has been pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. And last few runs he ran pretty good. Of course, with a better draw. But this time we draw 11. But that's okay. There's only one way to ride him anyway. Just be a bit more patient and look for room in the shade. Hopefully save some ground, and that will help him.
He ran on yielding ground last time out. Obviously, all of his form would suggest that he's going to appreciate the slightly better conditions.
Yeah, I think so. With tomorrow condition, the track condition should be okay, and he should be fine with it. Yeah.
He's got a bit of form there with Leslie in the same race. You receive a little bit of weight from him, so that's certainly a bonus on a form perspective.
Yeah, I think so. With the handicap at the moment for him now, I think he can win the race. But of course, from gate 11, we need some luck for that.
I guess, as you say, from a sort of handicap mark perspective, I mean, he's 10 points lower than his last winning mark, so he certainly looks thrown in on the best of his form.
Yeah, but he had some time off. But of course, his form is getting better. So I think he should be up here for tomorrow. He looks okay. Yeah.
Just a couple of points, sort of away from Hardly Swears, your mount in the sixth race. The Tony Cruz Award, you're the winner of it for the last 3 seasons. Now you are 5 behind Matthew Chadwick. Has that ship sailed, or is there still a bit of fight yet for that to play out, do you think?
I'll just do my best, do my best on each ride. But if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, of course, I'm still happy for Matthew and or Derek. But they're riding good. They're also really good riders. So I'm still happy for them.
Is that something that you set out to try and win every year, the Tony Cruz Award?
Well, I just try to set out to ride as many winners as possible. Of course, this award is just for local jockeys. It's not the whole premiership. So I didn't really. I just focus on each ride. That's it.
And just finally, Vincent, obviously it's well known now that you're off to Japan for the off season. Just some of the finer details on that. When do you go, and how long do you go for?
Yeah, I'll go and start riding on the weekend of the end of July, and also for about 5 weeks. So I'll ride in Hokkaido in the jockey series in Hokkaido, of course, end of August.
Douglas, Big 2 missed a run last time. If you could just fill us in, what was the extent of the issue that is in the saddling stalls, I believe?
Yeah, just before we went to start saddling him up, he got a bit restless and kicked the wall, so he sustained a cut above his hock, and on veterinary advice he was withdrawn.
I guess frustrating, but the most important thing that the horse is A-OK now, and he is obviously going back to the races Wednesday. Just on him in the round, Douglas, I mean, his form has been very consistent, and he looks right to be another leading chance again Wednesday.
I'd say so. His form at home suggests so. He's done nothing wrong in his last couple of races. Probably been a victim of circumstances with some poor gaits and a bit of luckless runs. But the horse himself has held his form. It's been a while between runs, but I have given him a trial just to let him have a hit out, and he remains in a healthy condition.
Just having a look at that trial, obviously he ran against some speedy types. It was won by STOLTZ, who goes around on the card as well, so it was a nice enough trial.
It was. He wasn't there to break any records. As I said, he missed his run, so he had to go back to the trials and have a blowout, and I was happy with his condition.
You were pretty prominent with him, or your riders were at least, in his last couple. He's drawn gate 1. Do you make a bit of use of this horse this time in?
I think he's now that he's got the gate, he can be ridden wherever he's comfortable. He's led before. He's come from off them. And he is flexible. He's just been, as I said, he's been dictated to by draws and a few luckless runs, so he gets his chance.
You've already surpassed last season, Douglas. Obviously, it'd be nice to keep the ball rolling in the final 4 meetings, I'm sure.
Absolutely. The yard's been ticking away. The staff has been amazing, and we've got a nice team together.
Joe, rising from ashes, absolutely blew them away last time, and back to the well he will go on Wednesday night.
And I just hope that he repeats what he's done last start. As you mentioned, he did win very impressively, indicating that he's up to the class. Hopefully the weather and the handicap not being punish him too severe. So, and hopefully we can just repeat what we've done last time.
Talking of the handicap of punishing him, of course, he has got an extra £10, Joe, so I guess warranted given the manner of the victory. Do you still feel he's got a bit more to give this fellow?
I believe so. Even though being given 10 points, he deserves that for winning so impressively. Which is definitely not going to help because he's such a light frame kind of a horse, but you know, it feels like that he's a potential kind of horse that rises even more than where he's at the moment, rating-wise. And what I can say, he gave me the feel during his track work that he's in a better shape, he's happier, he's healthy, and I can't see a reason why he can't go there and perform similar to what he's done last time. So I'm very hopeful.
He's got a wider gate than last time as well. Does that pose any problems in your mind?
When you get outside getting Happy Valley, that way is tough. But you know, when you're not, you have to deal with those circumstances often if you have a horse, if you're riding in Hong Kong. So what we can say about that, the gate, we are just going to take it from the time that the gate's open. So hopefully he can find himself into a good position, and then we go from there.
Have you and his connections been happy with his work since that run?
I just indicated that yes, he's been going very well in his track work, and I had a gallop on him the other day on the grass and he gave me a good feel, so I am extremely happy with his condition.
Happy coming into this meeting. Obviously this is a crucial meeting, well the last four certainly are. How do you feel the championship sort of battle is going from your point of view? Obviously nice to claw one back on the weekend with Super Sunny Singh.
Yeah. Talking about Super Sunny Singh first, yeah, that was not a surprise win for me, to be very honest. I was surprised that people were not backing him as much as they did when he ran over the 1,000 meters, which he certainly had excuse. But I'm very glad that he bounced back and showed what he's been showing to us once we step him up to 1,200 meters and run him over the corner. Very nice horse with a bright future. More related to the championship, apparently Zach has got better quality of horses than I do. I'm not very optimistic with the quality of the rides I've got, but I'm very hopeful. So I'm just hoping that we can get some luck and some good gates. And however, I gotta assume that I'm extremely happy with the result I had this season. As you all know, I had a lot of personal problems which affected me. As I said, overall, I'm extremely happy with how things went.
Zach STOLTZ runs in the Albert Handicap, the final race on the programme. He's a horse that you're beginning to garner a very good relationship with, and he looks another leading chance.
Yeah, he's got a tough ass this time. He's drawn wide, like most of my horses recently, and again on Wednesday night. He's up in the weights. He's in against some fast horses, so he's up against it. He's had a good season. He's honest, so he'll give us his best. Recent trial as well. Are you pleased with the trial performance? His trial was good. He's going well. There's nothing wrong with him physically. He's in good form. He's just drawn a bad gate in this race. Do you think the fact he comes into this race 70 days on and a little bit fresh is going to suit him, even with a big weight? It's hard to say. Obviously, like you touched on, he's going to have to carry the big weight, so whether the large break between runs is going to be suitable to do that, he might be a little bit more vulnerable, especially from the gate. So, like I said, it's going to be hard for him. I guess with all that obviously weighed up, obviously there are certain negatives, but I mean positives form-wise. I mean, you had Nervous Witness behind you last time. He's come out and run group place, so the form's there. Yeah, well, Nervous took a sit last time, and it probably didn't suit him. He might have been better rolling in that race, but you know, he's come out and run well since. So the form around him is fine, but like all races at the Valley, you need to draw the right gate and get the right run, and it's hard to see that happening here. I guess from your draw in 8, is your hand forced slightly that obviously you will have to take lead? I mean, early on in his career he was a horse that was a bit more prominent, but he seems to be, is he a bit more tractable now as he's had stood racing? I think it just depends on the circumstances of the race and the horses around him and the gates he draws. You know, he was lucky to draw the right gates there a few times, and you can just let them travel where they're comfortable, whereas when you draw out, you've either got to press them or pull them, and, you know, things get messy. So with the big weight, it becomes more complicated.